For 3 days, teams have been battling in the Nexus to get to this very point. And now we are one best of 7 away from crowning a champion.
Against the Zealots.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny on our way over here. Snitch for a second was like, wait, we might actually lose. And I couldn't tell if it was memeing. Usually Snitch is in good spirits, but he seemed kind of serious about it.
I walked up onto the stage and usually JPL in particular is memeing quite a bit and is always like understating how well they can do in a tournament. But all of them were like, dude, be careful here, we might actually lose this. They've been watching Zealots play the entire time and they said, okay, these guys are building up momentum, they look better than they ever have been, and they make a lot less mistakes that you can exploit.
And they have been on fire. Now, let's talk about this Chromie a little bit here. I like the Chromie against the Snoop Dogg. Makes it a little bit harder for you to sit there and drop down those silences. But I am a little bit interested on how that Maiev versus Chromie matchup is going to happen. First off, Tracer having a difficult time with Maiev. Usually a decent counter with that bind. But if you ever have Maiev get to that back line, which you can do pretty easily, Chromie can be in trouble.
Yeah, there's one thing in particular that I'm really worried about when it comes to the draft here on the Zealot side, because looking at Dignitas, they have now Maiev together with ETC and also with Johanna.
Scary.
And a lot of things that we heard Kibio talk about when Maiev came in is how dangerous she can be when you move in and try to isolate someone. Maiev goes in for the tether, and then you have ETC sliding through, pushing the target back. You have Condemn on the side of Johanna, and the slow, of course, too. And Stukov with the silence to boot. So there's so many tools to get this isolation through Maiev and then the kill. And Zealots, they have to be absolutely on point to make sure that it never happens, especially to someone like Malfurion, for example.
And to take that a step further as well, they don't even need Maiev to control the point. Johanna and ETC are great at controlling space, and that'll be an important part when the control point does come up here in the middle relatively soon. So far, we've had our poke between our teams, but we do have a bit of a difference here.
Yes, we do.
Chromie on that level 4. Ooh, hang on here, ETC getting taken out. Zealot's already grabbing a kill.
Zealots for the first blood, and they are putting some extra damage on Johanna now too. We heard it before, the battle of the Tracers, and Chris has been on fire this weekend.
That he has, especially on that Tracer. Surprised he got it again, and if he has a lights-out game with Casino all weekend, there's a good chance he might even out.
There's a reason that Hippo Storm started to ban Tracer against the Zealots over and over again in the previous series.
It really seems like Zealots have all found these heroes that they're all starting to really be on fire on. You got Shadow with Stukov, you got Tracer being played by Chris, you got Blaze here for Zarmony. You can't bear them all out!
Look at the build here also for ADRD with Chromie. He just continues down the path. The Chrono Sickness coming in on 7 after the timely surprise.
So I actually kind of like this build. I dabbled in it a little bit. Hang on, another combo coming out. He finds a new rack and gets it.
Nice good kill here, and all prepared by Stukov and Snitch on Maiev, then confirming the kill in the end. But the Zealots, they're still in the area, still thinking of maybe re-engaging here, but around Chromie, they can't find the kill just yet. But really good move here, once again, by the support, and we've seen this dominance of Stukov in these close quarter engagements, and once again it comes through as we see Zelia provide the silence that leads eventually to the kill.
Silence and sustain afterwards, and your team back on up. And we're going to watch that control for Dignitas already here in the middle. Now back to the Chromie build really quickly here. Every time I'm going to talk about it, look, comes in for a power slide, jumps on his arm, and he can Zarmony get out. This is going to use the conveyor belt just to back out. Fine for now.
Tim practiced his entire life on this Chromie build. They just won't let it happen.
It's actually really strong for controlling points because the tanks have to stand on that trap, which means you're getting constant combos out. If you don't have a advantage if you think time of pursuit, you're usually going to be able to follow the most combos.
There's the ADRD, and this is what we talked about, the tether and then the slide through ATC. And what Zealot started with a great kill against the cow is now turning into disadvantage as Dignitas takes 2 kills in a row, and they also proceed through the first objective phase.
Ryan Mafio going in for a fight on Stitch. Stitch is able to get out 7 around the corner for Zealot, but so far Dignitas continues to control that point, and it looks like they are going to be getting the first protector of the game.
Get the first protector here, and of course, once again, we have to put our attention to the objective. It's so strong and powerful right now that Zealots have been able to use this map and the protector to win 4 times on Morskaya. They have a 4-0 track record at the Western Clash on Morskaya Foundry. But right now, Dignitas is the team in the lead.
And you see that? The time push also affects the protector as well. I mean, you're getting those instant combos out right away. You're able to stack up on your camp class. We just had 16 stacks for Chromie, and she jumped to 24 based on that defense.
At this point, you're just trying to complete the quest as fast as possible, and once again, the time trap doing some work. And to be quite frank, with the build that ADRD uses already, it's pretty obvious what we're going to see on level 20.
That is maybe correct. The 3 Adoro Anomaly coming in at level 18 could be fun to see. Zarmony having having some fun on the bottom lane, but deciding, wait a minute, I don't want to be here anymore. Can he get away? He's trying to escape. No, Snitch comes in with the fin of the nines and gets a kill.
Yeah, very unlikely for him to escape there. And the kill is confirmed as we see Snitch on Maiev just putting on a clinic here. Great kill for him. And Dignitas is starting to walk away with a significant lead, 1.5 levels ahead.
Here's one of those catch-22s about giving up the protector. Sure, Dignitas got a massive lead here. They got 8.5 to 10 over their opponents. Doing very well into the macro. Chromie was able to get a total of 22 stacks on that defense. Whenever you have stacking counts against that protector, you can really build yourself up, which means he's almost close to that 16 lead.
Yeah, we are currently sitting at 40 stacks for Chromie, but also Dignitas is doing extremely well when it comes to quest balance. We have ETC, Ruby, 17 out of 20 for Prog, and Dash is nearly completed as well for Poik on Tigers. So Dignitas is doing fantastic here. 3 kills against 1, winning the first objective, getting the kills in, and now starting to destroy the top lane. And one big problem for Zealots will be that the next objective spawns topside. So we are going to have Dignitas with a huge advantage since they can fall back to their board, tap the count, and always be engaged after the game.
The sort of thing is that history repeating itself. The first time Zealots and Team Dignitas faced off in game number 1, Team Dignitas shut Zealots down. And start looking at that trend is continuing. A 2-level lead over their opponents. Zealots are about to get level 10 here, which finally gives them a chance to start answering back.
No, you're absolutely right. The first time they faced off against each other, the first map was dominantly won by Dignitas. And the interesting part about it is that Zealots, they told us later, what they thought after the first map was simply, okay, this is over, let's just play for fun. And all of a sudden, they just started crushing Dignitas. And we heard Chad mention in the interview a bit earlier that he still feels there's not a lot of pressure on them. The question is that really true? Because we've seen the atmosphere. We heard how like we want to win it now. They're happy to be in the finals, but if you make that Cinderella story happen, until the last match, you want to win it all.
There's always that moment where that competitive spirit finally pops in. That's when the lyrics can start to pop out. Zealots doing a little bit of harassment on this right side. ETC with 145. Yeah, Team Dignitas wants to get to 13, and they should be able to get to this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great for Zealots that they finally have the level 10 abilities. That's hugely important here. But there's still nearly a talent behind. Yeah, I think Dignitas has played such an amazing early game here. And we've been highlighting in 2018 how this roster has been so successful in taking small experience advantages and just add them up over time and all of a sudden run away with a massive lead because they never miss out on lane experience. And that has also been true for this map in particular.
The trap connect here for Tigers. Zealots playing as safe as they can, but Team Dignitas has been hitting 13, a group in the middle lane. They're looking to take out Chromie.
Yeah, they're pushing in once again. They have the 2-level advantage, they have the 13, and the pressure is already on Shed. That's one of the cool things at Maiev. You don't have to commit, you can threaten without actually exposing yourself. And that's what we're seeing from Snitch continuously, just throwing it out and waiting, saying, okay, do I go for the play, or do I just back off again?
Speaking about plays, at level 13, Malfrey will finally get that ice block to be able to try and get to a fight with Maiev if he does go up for the engage, making it much easier for him to be a bit more aggressive in his positioning to follow into a Twilight Dream. Team Dignitas and Zealots will be facing over this control point is finally activated.
There's definitely a lot of tools for Zealots later down the road. You already have timeout for ADRD, we see the training tracks coming through the entire time, and you are absolutely correct. Ice block will be a huge asset for Malfurion. And I mean, let's not forget, we now have level 10s for them, and that means Twilight Dream, so the silence alone is already a big tool. Doom is in play, and so is Bunker.
Yeah, Bunker, that super rare heroic you never see all weekend. Now available for Zealots to help out with the defense. Stitched out some, gets a little bit of harassment here. Should be able to walk away if he needs to, but again, using that Vengeance, as you mentioned, being able to choose when he wants to use it is a strength there. But Zarmany moves in for an engage, Pulpum comes out, Basilea lives!
ATC in the backline though, Basilea already trying to create some space, but he's low. Here comes the cage, and that's the end of Zarmany. He goes down in flames as Moptio is also obliterated. The bot is dead. Dignitas with a double kill after the Zealots start a pretty decent engagement.
Dignitas put the idea of jumping around the bunker, and they nailed the coffin right away. They took out that bunker to get hard for Zarmany to escape. He ran in the top left corner, but a word came down, and he just got locked in completely, and eventually a new wreck fell as well. And with no tanks, Zealots have no chance of grabbing that point at the top, and they have to play defense.
They also never got the opportunity to use Cocoon, which is another big problem. And Dignitas immediately runs with the advantage into the mid lane and says, okay guys, before we even commit to our objective, before we go for the protector, we move to the mid, we take the next score down.
Using that Odin to see through way. Chromie did finish her quest here. Gamma will be popping up for her as well. She takes a little bit of damage from this Protector. It's coming too.
Yeah, the Protector is coming and really afraid for Zealots now, but they have the 13 and they want the kill. Point is eating a lot of damage here, and once again, with Tracer moving in, barely getting out as the counterplay was ready on Dignitas side, and Point also gets out of the line.
Julian absolutely waiting for that to come on. Brings up the whole just in time, allowing for Tychus to survive. And finally, as the fight breaks out, Dignitas can continue this push as started earlier. That's an easy fourth, but can they get more?
ADRD is getting insane stacks, by the way.
77!
Yeah, he's sitting at 77 already. It is absolutely brutal. Against the Protector, it works so insanely well. So Dig has to be really careful because Chromie is putting out some real numbers here.
That she is, and I'll get worse to it as game continues to go on, at level 14 to be able to grab up that other Q talent if he wants to, or even move into the overdrive. A lot more damage will be coming out. 3 level lead though for Dignitas, and they open the full wall on the bottom. Can they break any more now?
I feel they are going to try to because with a level 16 advantage, they are able to dive, and we still see an opportunity, of course, with Snitch. But here comes Mopsio and Zarmany. They're actually willing to fight and chase, even though they're 2 levels and a talent down.
They get Zilly here with the pulse bomb, and he gets Chunky. He's able to heal himself up, and it looks like Dignitas has been able to get behind enemy walls. This Chromie is chasing 82 stacks now. I'm actually getting really scared for Dignitas.
Yeah, me too. And you know, one of the big things about this, let's put some numbers on this. Currently when we look at 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in, and we already have Chromie sitting with 23,000 damage as a Tracer, by the way. If you compare that to Dignitas, their highest damage output is on Switch with 16,000. So the damage output of Zealots is immense. But the problem is they're currently not getting the kills. They need to translate all the damage in actual kills to get, well, to close the lead that Dignitas has on them.
They have an opportunity now. They find Mopsio. He's able to burrow charge out. Bunker comes out as well. Chromie brings in the damage. Bunker will evaporate, so Zarmy is able to escape away, but Dignitas, as you mentioned, they're trying to find a way in, but they aren't getting it. They have an opportunity now. They find Mopsio. He's able to burrow charge out. Bunker comes out as well. Chromie brings in the damage. Bunker will evaporate, so Zarmy is able to escape away, but Dignitas, as you mentioned, they're trying to find a way in, but they aren't getting it. Chromie's controlling the choke. Wait!
Mopsio needs to be careful. Cocoon is still not used, but we have also the Zone Stand on the ground exactly. The cage is in play, and Zarmy is in trouble. Chromie sending it to kill. Look at this, using with all of the orders to just get away here. Zarmy is finally able to get out. Here comes the silence, and there's the kill. Snitch is down. Another kill for Team Dignitas as Zarmy explodes, but the fight is not over by a long shot.
While doing the same time to get out of the fight, Mopsio's in back right, finally gets hooked down by Point. Point want to go for a chase, but ADRZ has to escape for now. Shad and Chris are here. They look at JPL, but it's a little bit too much health. Dignitas trades
The key of the game, and they're just moving into the core. This is absolutely nuts.
Are the Zealots too? And